Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy, I'm Not Vendetta, and today I will be presenting to you the 10 best Call of Duty Zombie wonder weapons of all time. Starting off with the Wunderwaffe DG2, taking our 10th spot. The Wunderwaffe, sometimes referred to as the Wunderwaffe, is the second wonder weapon ever introduced after the ray gun, appearing back in Kino and Riese, but returned a couple more times in later maps. The Wunderwaffe powers up waves of electrical currents that transfer from one enemy to the next, also known as a chain reaction, making it a popular weapon for taking down hordes of zombies at once. While it deals infinite damage, it has a small ammo pool and big recoil, but it can quickly take down 10 enemies in a row. The Wunderwaffe helps making it get to higher rounds easier if utilized correctly, and can get you out of sticky situations. So before I get into details on the next spot, I have to say Cold War Zombies isn't my favorite, but this wonder weapon needed to make this list. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree in the comment section. The ninth spot goes to the RAI K-84. The RAI K-84 is a special assault rifle that debuted in Firebase Z. It has two firing modes that make it very powerful and useful for slowing down trains of zombies. The alternate fire sends out a small ball of energy that does damage and slows down any zombies who walk into its field. While it is swirling, you can shoot into it with the primary fire to make the energy ball grow in size before it explodes. This attack does immense damage, and the shockwave is massive enough to eliminate nearby enemies. Next up, the Thunder Gun. The Thunder Gun is one of the first wonder weapons and has appeared multiple times throughout the Zombies universe, first appearing on Kino Toten. It is essentially a large cannon that can be fired to knock a large group of zombies down onto their back, if it doesn't kill them in the process. This can be a very useful tool for reviving down teammates because it stuns the enemies for a long time. But with that being said, this is not really much of a main weapon to go into battle with. This is more of a save your ass type of weapon. You want to have this in reserve for moments where you can switch to it and quickly use it. Okay, so next up is going to be the Staff of Wind. But let me know if you agree with it being above the Thunder Gun or if you don't in the comment section. The Staff of Wind was introduced in Origins, the beginning of the Premise Group's story. Like the Thunder Gun, it shoots out a blast of air that knocks enemies on their back for a short amount of time, giving you a chance to plan your next move. And you can also create a tornado with it. However, the range is worse than the Thunder Gun, and the ammo pool is lacking, leaving you to continual hope for a max ammo power up if you are stuck with the staff in later rounds. Plus side is you can upgrade the staff and it does more damage. And also, I put it above the Thunder Gun because it's the Staff of Wind. It has a revive blast at the end of the staff. How can it get any better than that? Plus it has way more ammo than the Thunder Gun. Next up, the Ray Gun. So if you don't know what the Ray Gun is, you never played COD Zombies. The Ray Gun is Call of Duty Zombies' most recognizable weapon and appears on nearly every single map. Let me know if it doesn't appear on a map. It has a ton of ammo with massive damage, although it does have significant splash damage that can wind up being the end of you if you're shooting enemies that are too close. Unless you have PhD, which is in Cold War, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 1. Depending on the game you are playing, the Ray Gun has had peaks and valleys of being one of the absolute best guns you can have in your possession and still have a really good, although damaged choice to have in your hands. I would definitely say the Ray Gun was only good in World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3 they definitely nerfed the Ray Gun, which it wasn't that good. Black Ops 4, okay, and in Cold War, definitely a better choice. Next up, the Wave Gun. The Wave Gun appears on Moon and has two firing modes that make it stand out from other weapons on the list. At first, it starts out as two separate pistols, but can be combined together on the fly with a quick press of the button for a rifle variant. In the dual wielding mode, this weapon fires out projectiles that will kill whatever zombies it hits in one blast. When it's in its rifle form, it puts out a purple beam that will cause any zombie in the blast radius to rise into the air and explode, lifting up as a balloon or an airhead if you will, and just popping. Again, just like the Wunderwaffe. It is always a one-hit kill. And it's also needed for the Easter egg on Moon. Okay, our number 4 spot goes to the CRBR-S. The CRBR is the wonder weapon for Noahj456 Toten. This gun has various forms and can be transformed by picking up mods that drop from enemies. Its base form is a basic energy pistol, but it also has a floating ball that circles your screen and adds additional fire whenever you shoot. The mods include a Fury Beam, a shotgun spread shot, and a hand cannon with two swirling explosive shots. No matter what type of model you have this wonder weapon in, it will put out a ton of damage, and the consistent mod switching will keep your ammo stockpile reasonably filled. Now we're heading into the 3 heavyweight champions, starting off with the 3rd spot, the Blundergat. The Blundergat is exclusive to the Alcatraz Purgatory of Mob of the Dead and Blood of the Dead. Let me know which one you guys like, Mob of the Dead or Blood of the Dead. This quadruple barreled shotgun puts out massive damage when packer punched and can be upgraded with acid in either map or magma rounds in Blood of the Dead. Both variations put out a ton of damage, and with the large ammo pool available, you will be firing all day, taking out enemies. Just make sure you have speed cola to make your reload faster. Also, let's not forget that the acid gat has a monkey bomb like effect to it. When you shoot out the blast, it attracts the zombies and it's a save your ass type of weapon. The 2nd spot goes to the lightning bow. The lightning bow is one of the elemental bows that appear on the map, the Riese. Totally butchered that. Shooting one of the arrows will electrify enemies and chain between them, similar to the Wunderwaffe, and similar to the tornado that the Staff of Wind causes. Charging up the shot will unleash an electrical storm that picks up enemies while shocking them for a long period of time. None of the Wrath of the Ancient bow upgrades is bad, but the storm bow stands out above all the others as the best. Plus, it's the easiest to build but the strongest, which I find crazy. Because you put this storm bow up against the fire bow, the storm bow would destroy it. And the storm bow is my go-to weapon in the Riese because it helps me get out of sticky situations. The 1st spot goes to the Apothicon Servant. The Apothicon Servant appears in Shadows of Evil and Revelation. But the only differences with Shadows and Rev is you can't packer punch it in Shadows of Evil, but you can packer punch it in Revelations just by doing a quick side quest and then packer punching it. This Lovecraftian wonder weapon fires out black holes that suck in zombies and explode. Similar to a Gersh device, but different because you're able to jump into the black hole of the Gersh device and teleport elsewhere. Essentially, if you have the Apothicon Servant in your hands, you have a get out of jail free card that you can use multiple times before needing a max ammo power up. And also, the gun just looks different than anything else we've gotten. It's definitely alien, and I believe the gun looks crazy but beautiful at the same time. I love the Apothicon Servant. It's on the best map ever, Shadows of Evil. And if you guys want to know why Shadows of Evil is the best map ever, I would definitely go check out my top 11 best maps of all time. But before we fully end off the list, I do have 3 honorable mentions that should have made the list but didn't, and they definitely deserve to be recognized. Starting off with the Ray Gun Mark III. The weapon consists of the GK-45 on the left, which shoots yellow clouds of energy that slow down zombies, and the Ray Gun Mark III on the right, which shoots thinner versions of the ray gun projectile, which do not cause splash damage. Running through the yellow cloud will cause the player to run quickly, and running through the purple cloud will cause the player to go even quicker, much like the Overdrive specialist ability or the spores shot by the K-84 on Zetsubo no Shima. Similar to igniting gas with a spark, shooting the yellow energy with the Ray Gun Mark III will cause it to become a black hole similar to the ones created by the Gersh device and the Apothicon Servant, but with much lower damage, smaller range, and shorter duration. Rather than being sucked into the black hole, zombies affected will float up and dissolve into a purple mist, similar to the effect of the Wave Gun, Storm Bow, and Skull of non-Spawy. The Ray Gun Mark III would definitely have a special place in my heart, that's why I put it in the honorary mention. Next, the Ice Staff is one of the 4 buildable elemental staffs in the map Origins. The Staff of Ice shoots blast of ice when fired, and similar to the Winter's Howl that was presented in 5, will slow down zombies, eventually freezing them and cracking them apart. The Ice Staff is also my go-to weapon when I play Origins. And the last honorary mention goes to the Sliquifier. The Sliquifier is a buildable wonder weapon that makes an appearance on the map RAI. RAI was definitely one of the worst maps in my eyes, and the Sliquifier didn't get as much hype due to that. This buildable weapon is made of 4 parts and fires an unknown purple liquid substance, which creates a bubble puddle on the floor that both players and zombies can slip on. I could definitely see that the KT-4 or the Mass Immune is definitely inspired from the Sliquifier. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you slap a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe if you're new. It takes a lot of effort making these videos, editing and getting the footage, so I would appreciate it so much. Appreciate you guys. It's been your boy M9. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.